Yeah, baby, look at this. Another episode of NYCFC at Home with the Cooligans presented by El Jimador.
That is correct. And look, we're excited to be back doing another episode, especially given things are serious right now, Alexis.
Yeah, things have gotten very serious and good for the players for standing up for themselves and for, protesting social injustice and police brutality and the whole nine. This is what, I mean, dude. These people are, look, we cheer for them. We want them to score goals. We want them to stop goals. You know what I mean? We want them to do all those other things in between. But outside of those 90 minutes, they're human beings, and this affects their lives. So shouts to the players. I want to say I speak for every fan. We got you back, baby.
Exactly. Yeah, it is. It feels like a monumental time in history. I mean, we're living through a real protest, and athletes are on the forefront of trying to instill some change. And I'll be honest, it's very, very inspiring. So, we support NYCFC. We don't know what's going to happen for the future, whether the game is going to be happening or not. But whatever the players want to do, like Alexis said, we got your back.
Yeah, and a lot can change between now and tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. When we're scheduled to take on the Chicago Fire. We'll see. But, I mean, we've said it before. We'll say it again. We've got your back, baby.
Exactly. All right. So, you know what? Let's take some time and let's look back at some of the games in between episodes of NYCFC at Home with the Cooligans presented by El Jimador. All right, so let's take a quick look back at, there were two matches since we were last on the air. Obviously, the Hudson River Derby didn't go exactly as we planned. It didn't go exactly as anyone planned.
I think VAR was drunk, dude.
Yeah, look, we could share our thoughts on that. Look, unfortunate. The ball, I mean, look, I think everybody knows Sean Johnson probably should have caught that ball. Didn't, but ended up getting to the ball, I feel, before it crossed the line.
I mean, look, we could sit here and nitpick whether he should have caught it or not. His job is to make sure the ball doesn't cross the line. The man did his job.
He did his job.
I don't know what VAR, the ref, I don't know what's going on. The man's job is to stop the ball from crossing the line. It did not cross the line. Every angle, including the one the Rebels tweeted out, didn't have the ball cross the line.
So apparently even the opposing team thinks it didn't cross the line, but VAR is like, no. I completely disagree with you.
It's like a guy taking your girl and him whispering in your ear, this is messed up. I didn't know that.
Can't believe this happened, bro.
I know, dude. I honestly feel bad for you. Anyway, I'll be back.
Anyway, we're going on vacation to San Tropez.
Can we get your credit card? You know what? I got it already. Don't even worry about it. What?
So, look, it's not NYCFC deserved a point out of that game. I thought,
that should have been 0-0. That should have been 0-0.
You know what? Okay, a pitcher's duel. That is what I expected. But what you can't ask for any more as far as uplifting your spirits and uplifting the spirits of the fans with anything else besides getting a win, and that's what happened against the Columbus Crew.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you say, okay, you didn't win a very important match. What happens next? How do you react? How do you rebound from that moment? And that's exactly what they did. They took on a team that looked unbeatable through most of the MLS's back tournament. They look like they can score at will. And NYCFC kept a clean sheet against that club and found a way to win that game. I mean, that's exactly what you want out of the boys.
Yeah, that was it was impressive, and with how well Columbus has been playing, and the fact that they, I think that was the second, or it might have been the first or second goal that they've given up this season. So Columbus is even at the tournament they lost. But they lost in penalties, right? Like, they've been a completely solid team from top to bottom, and Caleb Porter has a real, I would say possibly an MLS Cup favorite on his hands. So
I mean, to keep the analogy going, this is like, okay, so a guy takes your girl, right? But then you hook up with this 10, this absolute baddie. No one thought you were going to take her home, and boom, look what happened.
A rebound win, okay?
Yeah.
You know, so you feel good about yourself. So that's been I thought it was an impressive win, even though Columbus gave up the goal through just a mistake from Abubakar Keita.
Is it though? Is it because of the pressure that NYCFC was putting on them? I mean, a Bear isn't in that. First of all, I don't even know what Ring was doing all the way up there, but a Bear isn't there and doesn't have that opportunity and doesn't sort of make Abubakar make a bad pass if it wasn't for, or obviously Ring made him make that bad pass, but if it wasn't for the constant pressure that they were putting on them.
Yeah, I thought it was especially that second half, the pressure was there, and it was good to see. I think it was really, compared to the MLS's back tournament, it was just better to see them like not be so tired, right, in the second half.
Yeah.
Like it just wasn't as hot, even though it was still pretty muggy. But the effort and the energy was really there. So that was impressive to see. And I mean, we should talk a little bit about just the kind of like what's going on with after the goal was scored. Ring, he shushed the support. He shushed the, I don't know who he shushed.
A bunch of seats and a
bunch of empty seats. He was like, "Hey, enough of that. I'm tired."
Oh, with the going up and down, no more.
No, but I think it was a little kind of making a point that even though NYCFC might have, some tough results and dealing with some criticism, I think as the captain, he is very much saying we are still a unified group. We still support our head coach. We are still, we're still kind of figuring things out. Obviously, with a new coach, the lockdown, there wasn't even really much of a preseason, and there has been a lot of criticism, even from us. Of course, we want, as fans, we want the team to do well. And I think that was not only was beating just getting a win is great, but beating a good team, I think, was what we desperately needed.
Absolutely. And it's those moments like the shush. Those are the moments that can galvanize a team moving forward. And hopefully that's exactly what it does, because it seemed like this since the Miami match, I think, or since after the Miami match. It seems like this team is on the cusp of making the turn into the style of play and into the consistency the fans expect, and can clearly, they have moments where you can clearly see it. And so if they're able to put it all together, if that's the moment that bonds this team and galvanizes them to move forward, then I'm all for it.
Exactly. And part of me thinks Ring was telling us to shush. You know,
it could have been. It could. You know what I love about it? Everybody get upset about it. I think he was talking to me. No. I think he was talking to me.
What did I say? Yeah, I've been watching NYCFC at home. Those dudes are clowns.
Yeah. Imagine he knows the whole name. He's like, yeah, I've been watching NYCFC at home with the Cooligans presented by Jimador. Of course.
Wow, Alex, are you saying the whole thing? That's so impressive. Thank you.
All right, maybe let's do a little match preview presented by EA Sports. He's like, yo, who's next? All right, let's take a look at our next opponent. For tomorrow night at 7:30, we will be going up against the Chicago Fire, who we have a pretty good record against. We have 5 wins, 4 draws, and 2 losses against them in the last however many games that is. I'm not going to do the
math. Yes, a lot of games. Yeah. For the most part, NYCFC, we have their number. But Chicago Fire, a very new-looking Chicago Fire.
Very different, and they seem to have firepower all, no pun intended, all over.
What? All pun intended.
No, we meant it.
No, we spoke to Mauricio Pineda, the center back on our show on Fubo TV, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Anyway, but we did speak to him, and the team looks different. Obviously, they have a new coach. A lot of the players are different than the team that was around the last couple of years, and they look they just beat Cincinnati 3-0. They're definitely they're in a new stadium, back to their old stadium. But they're playing with a little bit more confidence than usual. But so are we. That's basically how
I mean, to be honest, it's almost like the past record doesn't matter, because these are 2 very different clubs that are going to face each other. But I think less firepower than maybe Columbus has. And if we're able to keep Columbus to a clean sheet, I see no reason why we can't do the same thing, why we can't frustrate Chicago Fire, why we can't make them just continuously pass the ball back and forth between their center backs and their fullbacks. I don't see a reason why not. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm expecting this game to go very similar to the way the Columbus match was, but I do think it's probably going to finish 2-0 to NYCFC.
Okay.
I think Matriza's looking incredible as more of a midfielder, more of sort of a creator, and I think Hebert is going to find his scoring boots. You know what I mean? I think Medina is going to continue sort of with the style of game that he's been playing the last few weeks, which has been incredible. So I'm expecting all that to really come together.
You know, we have heard that Ismail Tajuri-Shradi will also have recovered and be back, and I think that is one of the missing threats on offense that we have been missing, and that is, we all want more goals. That is, I'm just seething. I want it so bad.
It just so happens that that's what Ismail Tajuri-Shradi is bringing to the party.
Okay, cool. Yeah, some people bring solo cups, some people bring drinks or whatever. No, he got goals.
It's like I show up with a bunch of chips and everyone's like, we got nothing to dip this into. Christian shows up, buckets of guacamole and hummus. Guess what we got? You know what I mean? We need more goals.
Party has started. Yeah.
All right. we got the chips, right? Matriza's hitting you with the chips. Who's going to have it land very softly on his foot like a chip falling into a pile of hummus? Ismail Tajuri-Shradi, okay?
Ooh, it's like a cloud of hummus to fall. Delicious. So I think the offense has to come together, and I'm definitely more confident that the offense will come together against a team like Chicago instead of a team like Columbus. So, defensively, I think we are a strong team. It's difficult to get past that, especially that trio of Collins, Chanot, and the Sandman, okay? Yeah. The Sand Kid. I don't know what to call him.
For sure.
Because James Sands has been one of the best defenders in Major League Soccer. And
he's been one of the best defensive midfielders and defensive player at all in all of MLS. It's been absolutely incredible.
Yeah, so it's great to see. So you predicted 2-0.
Yeah.
I'm predicting 2-1. I think Robert Beverage is pretty good, and he's definitely their designated players are definitely a threat. But I think we got this. So 2-1 NYCFC. So make sure to watch the match against the Chicago Fire August 29th, this Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Yes Network. And you can watch on ESPN Plus if you are not in the New York area.
That's right. Or you can listen in. If you want to listen in, go to nycfc.com/radio, and you can listen in Spanish or English.
Okay. So a lot to look forward to. It's going to be a big game. Vamos Celestes.
That's right. So go ahead, put in the comments right now. Ask us any questions you have for whether it's the players or for us. Ask us a couple questions. I got questions for Christian, and I talk to him all the time. I'm sure you got questions. Put it in the comments right now.